My boyfriend slapped me and I responded calmly. The slap cracked across my face and I smiled. Austin froze, his hand still raised, confusion replacing the rage in his eyes. "What the frick are you smiling about?" he demanded. I reached behind me and grabbed my phone from where I'd propped it against the coffee maker, the red recording light still blinking. "I'm smiling because you just assaulted me on camera. The video uploaded to my lawyer 30 seconds ago." His face went white. "You set me up." I nodded, still smiling. "Your ex-girlfriend warned me 3 months ago. Said you did the same thing to her. Started with shoving, escalated to hitting, always made her think it was her fault. She told me you'd do it to me too. Just a matter of time. So I've been documenting everything since then, waiting for you to show your true colors." Austin's hands started shaking. He looked at the phone, then at me, then at the door like he was calculating whether he could run. "This is entrapment. You provoked me. You kept pushing and pushing until I snapped." I laughed, cold and sharp. "That's not how entrapment works. I said your mother was overbearing. That's an opinion, not a crime. You responded with violence. That's assault. The law is very clear about which one of us is the criminal here." I walked past him to the bedroom, my heart pounding despite my calm exterior. My suitcases were already packed, hidden in the closet since yesterday. I'd been ready to leave for weeks, just needed the final piece of evidence that would make sure he couldn't twist this into some mutual conflict story. He followed me, his voice rising to a shout. "You can't just leave. We can talk about this. I'll get help. I'll go to therapy, whatever you want. Just delete that video." I pulled my suitcases out and set them by the door, then turned to face him. "Your ex said you'd promised therapy too. She said you went to 3 sessions, told the therapist I was the problem, then quit. She said you cried and begged and swore you'd change, then hit her again 2 weeks later. I'm not interested in reruns of her story." Austin's face crumpled, tears starting to fall. "Please, I love you. I made a mistake. One mistake shouldn't ruin everything." I zipped my last bag closed. It wasn't one mistake. It was 8 months of emotional abuse leading up to physical violence. The slap was just the finale. My phone buzzed with a text from my lawyer, Claudia Ramos. "Video received. Clear evidence. Filing restraining order now. Police notified." I showed Austin the message and watched him read it, his tears turning to panic. "Police? You're having me arrested?" I shook my head. "Not arrested. Not yet. The restraining order means you stay 100 yards away from me at all times. If you violate it, then you get arrested. If you contact me, arrested. If you show up at my work, arrested. You have 72 hours to move out of this apartment. The lease is in my name, which you'd know if you ever paid attention to anything that wasn't about you." I grabbed my suitcases and headed for the door. Austin moved to block me, and I held up my phone, still recording. "Go ahead. Give me another assault charge on video. My lawyer would love that." He stepped aside, his face a mask of disbelief and rage fighting for dominance. "You're a psycho. You planned this whole thing. You manipulated me into hitting you just so you could play victim." I stopped at the door and looked back at him. "I didn't manipulate you into anything. I gave you the same situation hundreds of couples experience every day. A disagreement about family. Normal people talk it out. Abusers hit. You chose violence because that's who you are. I just made sure there was proof this time." When I started to walk out, things took a turn I never expected. Full story is linked below or on my channel.